This one from over 100 years old. There's a little stamp. People love collecting them. So it's pretty old. This is the way. Okay, so how you use it? Fill it up with hot water first of all. Your mug. I assume back then people like big mugs. Actually, they like small mugs most likely. So then you're going to grab your loose tea. And I have here another pretty cool gadget. This one made in England. This is like sugar tones or whatever. There's a stamp on it. This is, I think, marking from England. Also very, very old, over 100 years old. And look at that. Whenever you squish it, it's gonna grab your tea. I think this is more for sugar, but look how well it works. Let's see how much we want. So you fill up your tea strainer with as much tea as you like. Okay, got right here hot water, and the way this is going to work, you're going to tilt it and dip it into the hot water. Actually, we made a little mistake. This is a strainer, not infuser. So what we're going to do is grab it, set it like that, and hold it, and then pour it over it. Just this is how strainers work. Okay, we don't want to spill into the mug actual tea, so I guess I can pour it slowly. Super unique, don't you guys think? So you will have to pour it very, very slowly. There you go, now it's wet, it's actually pouring a little bit better. And look how dark the tea instantly. I got the dark tea for that reason, so you guys can see, but I also love the dark tea. And now this is the best part about it. It will drip. As you can see, there is drips in there. What you're going to do, lift it up, close it, and any drips going to come off from this tea leaves is going to catch it inside of the tray. In fact, there's already a couple of drops. So you're gonna set it on the side somewhere, and boom, kind of a little bit. You see how much tea have left? Water, I mean. Ooh, it's hot, and it's going to catch everything and not going to make a mess. That is an amazing tea strainer. Pour over tea strainer. I should clarify it. Wow. Next one is pretty unique too. Let's see the branding on it. I think this is England or markings, not really 100% sure, but this is very, very old. There's a number over here. We can remove that. Looks like multiple numbers. Looks like on the lid there is another stamps, markings. Nice. But what's cool about that one? Look, it will fit even big mugs. It'll fit much smaller cups, but it fits big mugs as well. So then we're gonna put some tea. As much tea as you like. Looks like I can hold quite a bit of tea right here. Wow, that's awesome. So I guess you could use it multiple times. But what's so unique about that one? Let me just show it to you. First of all, it's a lot easier to fill it up and not worried about spilling it. You see? I could really pour over it. The only problem is I kind of don't see when it's going to be full. So I kind of have to slowly lift it and give it a pick. Okay, we're full now. And again, because this strainer sits like that, it's almost like a lid. So we can close it and let it simmer inside there. And it's almost like tea infuser and pour over strainer too. So it's a fuser and a strainer, which is so amazing about this one. And also it's not going to release all that heat. You see how hot it is? Steam coming out, boom. Now it's gonna keep it all inside of it, even with this big mug. Love this one a lot too. And once you're done, obviously you're going to take it out. The hole's a little bit bigger. This is for really, really thick tea leaves. But oh well, still amazing. Again, whenever you're going to take it out though, you're gonna make a mess because all the tea does not have like cover like the first gadget, but still really cool because it's gonna keep your tea very, very hot. And the last one, pretty simple one. There's a lot of them like that. This is very lightweight. I can't believe how tiny that is, but it goes over it, and it just, people like it because it's highly, I don't know, decorated, and it's most likely made by handmade. All these little decorations inside of this thing, it was handmade, pretty sure. So you put some thick leaf tea like that, so boom, and this is what the stainers looked back in the day. Very, very cutesy. Looks like with this one also you have to pour it over very, very slowly. That's why you have to have those really big 100-year-old teapots that pour water kind of slowly. But kind of makes sense what this one does, right? Too. This one is more simple. It just, back in the day, people really cared about decoration. By the way, because this sterling silver, this whole thing is very, very highly conductive, and it gets hot pretty easily, the end of it. So that's why the other ones probably had a handle. So yeah, there you go. 3 very, very old tea stainers. Don't work that well because the holes is too big, even for this kind of a thick leaf tea. So you'll need even thicker leaf tea. What's up, guys? I got it here, next level olive fork, pickle fork, whatever you want to call it. And also it's mechanical. It's about 100+ year old. So let's see how it works. I got it here olives, and hopefully it works really good. Okay, if you want to grab on one, boom. Wow, we got 2 of them with one swipe. That is cool. Okay, looks like we have to use hands to take it out. Let's grab another one. Wow, it just holds them so well. And drop them off. That is so cool. But you can also grab it and hold it like that and let go. So you don't have to stop it. You see? If you grab it well, it falls off quickly and easily. Check this out. Love that. So it can work with pickles or whatnot. So whenever you stop to something, a lot of times, especially with pickles, it falls off if you just stop it with a regular fork, because pickles are jammed tight inside of it. So you stab it, try to pull it out, and it just comes off. With this thing, you stab it, and so it doesn't comes off, you just hold it like that. Especially these floating ones, you see it's kind of hard to stab. These ones are just catches like that, and then you can hold it and then drop them. That is cool. Look at that. Go grab another one, press it, take it out, release it. Very, very unique pickle fork over here. Love it. Also, this is another one. This one is beautiful as well. I love the patterns on it. This is the brand of it. I think it says Gorm. Highly collectible. You see that stamp? That means it's Gorm, and it's sterling silver. There's some other marks on it. 74, the number. So that way you can look it up, what it was used for and stuff. And yeah, this one is right here, a spoon for the olives, and you see you can drain it because it has holes in it. Pretty nice. Look at that. You can grab 2 of them at the same time, drain all the juice, and then you can hold it and serve it. But at the same time, you have a little fork over here, and look at that cool fork design. It has this one wire, and then it kind of like melts in together. So unique. Somebody pretty much stamped that piece into the wire. So cool. Okay, and you see how it's kind of hard to grab them and stab them whenever they float. You really have to kind of catch them and pin it on a jar. Obviously 100 years ago it wasn't the same, it is now, but yeah, it's just floating away on me. So almost a spoon a little bit easier. This is more like for the pickles. But again, whenever it's stuffed in there, it's hard to use a fork. Or whenever it's floating loose, look at that. grab it, hold it, you see, you squish it so that way it doesn't fall out, and then you can release it. This is the best. Very, very rare, unique piece right here. People collect them all the time. But this one also kind of spork, I would say. You got right here a spoon and a fork, but it's for the olives and pickles and things like that. Beautiful. This one is super cool. So it has this like spring like design, and like a pliers, you press it to open it like that. It doesn't close all the way, so I guess for something already bigger. Let's see if it will work with olives. Oh my gosh, look at that, it's perfect. Perfect olive grabber. Check this out. So if you have like cheese plate and olives, you can come up and grab all these things perfectly. Can we grab two of them? Probably not, because they kind of fly out. But yeah, one at a time. This is so cool. Look how wide it opens. Grab it, serve it for yourself. Let's push them over here so you guys can see. This is so unique. Whoops. I love these stones. Yeah, they should keep making them. I love these unique pieces from back in the day. Feel like lost technology. Okay. And also it's a fork, so you can kind of stop through it as well. So yeah, very unique tones over here, and there's a brand of it for those people who's interested for the collection value. Yeah, people collect those a lot. They're quite expensive. Next one right here, also kind of a mechanical. These ones are beautiful, good quality. The ends of these things are leaves, and they open so well. I think it has a spring inside of it, and it works really well even for the age of it. There's the stamps of the thing, if it will ever focus. There you go, there's a stamp and there's a stamp. I think it's a stolen Denmark and a burnt over here. Cannot make it up unless I have some kind of like magnifying glass. So what I think what it is for the sugar. They open wide, especially from back in the day. They have sugar cube holders, but just show it to you guys how easy it is to grab these things. That was so cool how they designed it. And look at these patterns, so beautiful. What is this, some kind of flower? Tulips maybe? I don't know, looks like tulips to me. And there's a grape wine maybe. Beautiful, work really well. And then I have another sugar tones, but check this out. This one's also mechanical. There's a brand on it. I think this one is Webster. It's not an M, it's a W. You gotta look at it this way. And you would grab your sugar this way. How cool is that? That is actually even better and almost easier than the other ones. Because the other one's spring was too strong. Oop. It's just satisfying. Feels like you playing with a crane or something. Beautiful tones, like them a lot. Next tones for the salads or whatnot. Check this out. You have a spoon and looks like a chicken claw in a way, or dragon claw, whatever you wanna refer to, but you grab it like that, just like regular stones, but you have like a really good grabber over here and a spoon in case you get some kind of liquid. It drains it out. It's so unique. This one is actually made by Gorm. I didn't pay a lot of money for this thing. I think I paid melt value on this thing, so got lucky. Gorm is just like Tiffany. You see there's an anchor stand on it and it says 1880, so 140 years old tones. That's when this one was produced, 140 years, and it's a great quality. All we have to do is just polish it and it's going to be very shiny, just like this one, because it's sterling silver. So yeah, it just tarnishes easily and onions. But yeah, obviously you can use it for pretty much any kind of salad and stuff like that. And for the next one I have another pretty unique tones, serving tones, and it says sterling this way and it has a Gorm brand stamp on it. Pretty awesome. This is quite beautiful. It doesn't need to open a lot. It's actually quite sturdy. You know, a lot of those cheap metal ones whenever you start using it too much, and then they don't open up. But this one, as you can see, the end of it is really thick, so that's why it's so kind of like flexible but not so bendable. So that's why it goes back to normal. I need you to turn on your imagination and pretend this is the asparagus, because this is what it is. Asparagus, this long right here, and you can serve it like that in case of the dinner table or buffet, just like that. You can grab one individually, or you can grab a few at a time. Well, I only grab one. Boom, there's a whole bunch of them. Beautiful. And as you can see, it goes back to the normal state. Even though I'm squeezing it good, it's such a high quality. That's a good idea to set it up like that. So there you go, asparagus tones. Beautiful. There is something else you probably didn't know existed. This is a 100+ year-old flatware, and to be exact, this is a nut picks. And as you can see, they come very different shape and forms. And there's logos of what brand it was, and a lot of them is patented. There's brands on them. I'm trying to find if there's one has a date on it. There you go. I think this one says 1871. So this one is the oldest, almost 150 years old. Let's see how we're going to use them. So you get yourself a bunch of nuts, like walnuts. That's what I think what it's used for, but let me know in comments below if I'm using it incorrectly. There's probably a chance that I'm gonna be using it very incorrectly, a lot of these gadgets. So look at that. Isn't it an amazing gadget? Nut pick. So you break that off, and I guess you can take them out with this pick as well. Break that off as well. Boom. So yeah, very useful 150-year-old gadget that most people don't even know exists. Boom. Pop it in half. You see this one stuck. You can use this pick to get it out. All the nuts that get really stuck, especially if you get the black walnuts, those are a lot harder to get it out, so you could use this to really scoop it out. Boom. Let's try to use this one. This one is a little bit different, but this one is the thickest one. I kind of like it the most. So you crack it open, you see some of them get stuck, you just get it out, and you got yourself nut out of the shell. Same way right here, you see, you can take this whole thing out. It's a lot easier than like fingering it. You see, it's just not as easy. With this thing, it's just simple to put it in and scoop it out. Whoops. So anyways, let's keep going, because they're so different. This one almost like that last one, but a little bit more flat. Beautiful. And there are so many different companies that produce them. Ooh, this one is kind of tight. There you go. Scoop this last one out. Okay. Nice. Of course you can do it by hand. But then you smashes the nut. Look how bad the nut is smashed. You see, half of the nut got destroyed, and the fragments of the shell will be inside of the nut. So that's not a good way to do it. Way easier to do it with these picks. Look, this one is even weirder. There's a band of it. That's another Gorham one. Gorham was competitor of Tiffany. There you go. Wow, nice. Look at that. Okay, let's see if we can scoop up the whole thing out. Nice. And you see there's one got stuck. This is especially what's for. Take these stragglers out pretty easily. And boom. Nice. Okay, this one is very weird one too. Check this out. I love the patterns too. There's a brand of this one. Let's see, seems to be it's easiest to pop it in into here. These nuts are pretty soft. Imagine different nuts probably will be differently to use. Boom, take it out, easy. Obviously you can even use it with the pistachios or any kind of nuts. You know, pistachios sometimes really annoying to open them, so that things would make them a lot easier. Okay, we have 2 more and then we'll be done. You see this one is a little bit different, definitely been used. I think it's bended. I don't think it's supposed to be bended this way, just from the use. There's a bend of it. Okay. Oh, this one don't work as much. I mean, that's good. There you go. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a struggle to get everything out. So you just pull this middle out and then scoop it all out. You see? Oh, look at that. Boom. Especially for nuts like that, it's a lot easier to work with the pick than try to take it out by hand. I don't know what this hook for, but it's pretty awesome. But yeah, this one is probably my favorite because it's so tiny. It's the smallest one compared to all the rest of them. It's just cute. Anyways, pick is very unique. There's the bend of it. It says Denmark over here. That's cool. Okay, let's pop this out. Well, I wonder if this is just a holder for your finger to kind of stab into it. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Good struggle. Grab your pick and take it out. Oh no, that really broke off. Not good. And look, we can still use this pick to take things out easily. Probably remove that. There you go. And last one out. Beautiful. Anyways, very unique. Obviously it will work with other nuts. I have a mini collection over here of them. I'm sure there's hundreds more of a different designs, but they got just a few designs that I got from eBay. Let me know in comments below, what do you think about this nut picks? Have you ever seen anything like that? And hopefully I did use this right. Hopefully it is actually to crack the nuts. Over 100 years old. A lot of flatwares like that, people really have forgotten or not really sure what they actually were used for. Some pieces, not all of them. But yeah.